What up, y'all? Welcome back to the next episode of Don't Do That on Epic Fridays. Got some stuff to talk about. Updates and some pretty disturbing stuff that I've encountered, and it's it. But update on Marcy though. Update on Marcy Correctional Facility. More and more stuff keeps coming out.
And so usually I cover the entertainment. I cover the light to her dark. She does the heavy, and I come with more lighter topics. But today, unfortunately, something that hits close to home because it's in Wayne County and I'm from the D, I'm from Detroit. Some disturbing stuff, man. I'm actually late to the party on this, but wait till you hear this one, man. Another one on Epic Friday, because, I mean...
But you know what, sometimes everybody's late to the party, sometimes, I mean...
Man, I'm like 9 days late to the party on this. This actually happened at midnight. New Year's Day, people coming in the New Year straight showing their teeth. So we gonna speak on that.
So, Smoke of the Ep.
Smoke of the Ep
is going to be our rocket stick. It is going to be the flavor of sour green apple.
House of Day.
It is House of Day. That is my spot. And yes, these are all sold out. They don't have any from the House of Day.
Oh yeah.
From the House of Day.
Yeah, the Lions theme, because you know we won that NFC North.
Whoop whoop.
We won that NFC North, so you know we got to celebrate the Lions and all types of iconic championships.
Exactly, because I mean it's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute. Had to make sure I grab it before they got in trouble for all intents and purposes of copyright.
Hey.
But if I believe they are based out of, I think they started in Detroit, House of Day. That's where their primary area is anyway.
She got in what she had to get in where she fit in.
I did too. I probably should have gotten this small though.
No, I like that. That's tough.
But so I think yeah, I'm gonna save the worst for last. We'll save the worst for last. So if you've been paying attention and you've seen the story about Marcy Correctional Facility.
Is it Robert Brooks?
You know somebody died by the name of Robert Brooks.
Yep. And we know that there was
a nurse and 13 others.
13 correctional facility
and
police officers and a nurse.
So 4 more workers are suspended without pay. Again, it's this suspension without pay. It's like shame on the union that protects people like this. Because granted, there is, protection for people, but where does morality and protection stop? Like, you as like a union rep, I'm quite sure have seen this horrible video, and that morality and protection, I mean, what outweighs, protection, morality,
the video is
of the abuse, the murder of this man was
next
intense.
level nasty, man. Next level just.
They are suspended without pay. But 4 more staff members from the New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision have been suspended without pay in connection with last month's death of an incarcerated man after a violent incident with correction officers at Marcy Correctional Facility in Oneida County. The department announced Thursday evening. Now, Sergeants Christine Ploss and Evan Thies, Corrections Officer Jared Hopile, and another registered nurse, Patricia Matos, are all now suspended. Now, this is in addition to the 13 other staff members who were initially suspended an additional employee resigned prior to this suspension. Now, Robert Brooks was only 43. Regardless,
still a young man.
He died the next day at a hospital in Utica. He was serving a 12-year sentence for stabbing his girlfriend. But at the end of the day, when I read articles like that, and I'm glad that I made sure that I initiated that in there.
Wow.
Because at the end of the day, he's in there doing his time. He obviously did not murder her. He's doing 12, not life. So he's in there doing his time, right? Doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
His time. So at the end of the day, they want to be able to make sure they point that out. Wow, he was in there. He stabbed his girlfriend, though.
But you know what?
He was in there for stabbing his girlfriend.
I want to put this out there too, though, because
but that doesn't give anybody a right to kill another person.
I was scrolling on my phone earlier, and I forget who it was. It was actually somebody famous, though. But they were talking about how men and women don't get the same opportunities as far as them losing control or going off on emotional tip and losing their temper. Where if a man goes off on an emotional tip and loses his temper, he literally could lose his entire life. Like, he could lose his entire life in prison just because he had a moment where he wilded out because he got emotional and somebody really got hurt or somebody died. So men, which is why men are always so stoic and bottled up, is because they have a lot of emotions going on too, because they are also human, but they cannot do the same thing that women do, because when they do, they end up in jail. So while you're talking about, oh, well, he stabbed his girlfriend, he had an emotional moment, and what did he end up doing? A 12-piece.
Exactly.
A 12-piece, because he lost his mother. I knew a friend of mine. We both knew this guy. I won't say his name, but his girlfriend used to beat him up all the time. Slash his arms with knives and all types of stuff, and he was still with this chick. I would have left her dropped her like a bad habit. But he was still with her. He was getting abused by her.
Yeah. So just remember to,
yeah, it's two sides, man.
Now, with the Attorney General dropping out of this because they're representing other people on other charges for a different case. Again, morality. Where does your morality stand, Attorney General? Who's more important in this case? Your employees? The union you're trying to suck off? I mean, I don't know what I mean, I guess that's just about as moral as what you're doing. So Governor Kathy Hochul, expeditiously, ma'am, expeditiously, you need to be filing charges, because she plans on doing that. And I hope your plan falls through, and I hope they get life in prison with general population. Bitch as fuck.
Now, this is the part where usually we would go into a lighter tone, a lighter topic. I would tell y'all that Creature Commandos has reached its, actually it was the season finale, but I thought they had 8 episodes and not 7. So that kind of freaked me out. But on top of that, that's just a little small something. Let me read to you what my topic is for today. Mind you, I'm 9 days late. All right. Wayne County official Alicia Bradford and her husband are facing criminal charges after an altercation early New Year's Day, just after midnight. Alicia Bradford is Wayne County's Director of Parks. Larry Bradford, the husband, got into a fight with another customer at a BP gas station after taking too long arguing with the cashier over the price of the deposit and the tax on the Mountain Dew. Okay. The two got into a brawl in the middle of the BP gas station where Larry Bradford left the scene and then came back with a loaded 9mm handgun. So he went to the car. He was so butthurt. He went to the car.
Premeditated.
Okay. And the video is on YouTube too. It's a Channel 7 video. Okay. He left, went to the car, grabbed a 9mm. So he went, grabbed the strap, came back, made Dooo get on his knees and apologize for fighting him. Okay.
Oh my God.
Then his wife comes in with her piece, with her strap.
So
wait, let me finish.
Oh Lord.
Let me finish. Comes in with her strap. Okay. He threatened, he said, and I watched the video, he said, I should kill you. So he threatened to kill him. The other customer so he made the customer apologize for the fight, at which point the wife walks in with a loaded handgun and continued the altercation even further. All of this was caught on camera. So they can't deny shit. It was caught on camera. Bradford was also suspended back in 2019 for 15 days because she stated that she only informally disclosed that her stepdaughter was getting contracts from her team over $10,000 in county contracts.
Huh.
From her own department.
So you were also committing fraud.
This was in 2019 when she did that. Okay.
It's still not. It's only.
Okay.
It's not that long ago. It's a little over half a decade.
So all of this was caught on camera, and both are facing charges of assault with a deadly weapon and felony firearm. Both the wife and husband will receive $50,000 bonds and will return to court on January the 13th, which is in 3 days.
Wow.
People really lose their mind.
So
and just really show their teeth.
So they're still waiting for bond? Is that basically
they got $50,000 bond each. So I don't know if they made the cut and they got that bread and they put. I don't know if it's $50,000 cash or is it cash or surety?
It's probably cash. It's probably not cash surety because you're dealing with a violent crime.
Yeah, it was already bad enough that he went to the car.
It was even worse when your wife, who works for the government,
comes in there with you
with a strap of her own.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So they both had this man at gunpoint on his knees because he was standing behind Dooo. Dooo was like, well, the tax shouldn't be this much on the Mountain Dew. I didn't know they taxed her. And so Dooo chimes in because he's trying to get done. He got Dooo in front of him. He said, well, yeah, man, they put tax on stuff now. Dooo turns around and said, oh, they do put tax on it? He said, yeah, you got it right there on the receipt, whatever. So Dooo gets butthurt because he's like, yeah, Dooo got it right there on the receipt that is tax. What are you arguing for? You started the new year on some bullshit. Just pay that shit and move, nigga. Right. I'm in line. No, he didn't want to do that. So it ain't your business. It ain't your business. Yeah, it is my business because it's the new year. I'm trying to get my beer or whatever and get your ass out the way so I can get back in my car and drive off and go to my family. You bitching over what, 20 cents or something? Are you broke? You obviously got enough money to have a 9. You got a strap in the car. You got bread. Your girl got bread, right? Why are you bitching about 20, 30 cents? Get that shit and move. But you want to get into an argument with Dooo. He tussles you he pushes you out the BP. You go to the car, get the strap because you butthurt, and make him apologize. Man, I don't know what's going on, man. This 2025, they starting out the year showing their teeth. For real. Straight showing out.
So, let's go ahead and have some really disturbing context.
Yep, let's go even further.
Because this is really, I don't understand.
Listen to this.
All right.
Listen to this one. This is the coup de grace.
The father of a Virginia toddler who suffered a mysterious bone fracture as a newborn in a Richmond hospital's neonatal intensive care unit says the victims all shared one common trait, even as a motive remains unclear. They were all boys. They suffered different injuries, came from diverse families, and had nothing else in common that the parents could identify, according to Dominic Hackey, whose young son Noah suffered an unexplained fractured tibia in September of 2023. There were all different injuries, and 2 boys had multiple injuries, he told Fox. So far, in chatting amongst ourselves, we can't find a pattern or why our babies, other than that, they were just boys. The Henrico Doctors Hospital shut down its NICU on Christmas Eve after authorities said they were launching an internal investigation into a series of unexplainable fractures of bones in newborn patients. 3 in the past 2 months that appeared similar to another from 2023. Henrico police arrested Erin Elizabeth Ann Stroutman, a 26-year-old registered nurse, Friday on charges of malicious wounding and child abuse for one of the incidents. Only for one of the several incidents she's being charged for. Police are investigating 6 more, including the Hackey's case and 3 other reopened cases that were closed without charges last year due to lack of evidence. While reports have circulated on social media that Stroutman allegedly targeted children by race, Hackey knocked down those claims, telling Fox News Digital only 2 of the victims were black. Hackey said he has been in touch with all the other victims' families but one. He is hoping to meet them. The identity of the victim who Stroutman has so far been charged with injuring remains sealed. Sealed by the court due to health care and juvenile privacy. Now, she is due back in court in March. Hackey's son Noah was one of the 2023 victims, and until last month had been under the impression that his case was an isolated incident. He had been told by the officials suspected child abuse fractured his son's tibia, but investigators didn't have much for the evidence. Now, when the hospital said it was closing its NICU on Christmas Eve, he said a friend sent him a news article, and he learned that the attack on his son was not the only incident. Then he began speaking out publicly, raising awareness about his experience in the attack on his son, who was born at 28 weeks and 6 days. Hackey said he remembers Stroutman from the family's NICU stay, but had barely interacted with her. He remembers her as a nice but insignificant. As a nurse, that's a red flag. It truly didn't matter whether you were there all day, whether you were not there all day. This person found a way to still hurt our children, he said. That's a part that keeps me up at night, because the first emotion that my son ever experienced was pain. It's supposed to be joy and all that stuff. Hackey said he was only recently learned that Stroutman had been placed on paid leave at the same point. Evidence that he says shows the hospital did suspect wrongdoing long before the police announced her arrest last week. Investigators have largely left him without updates after confirming they believed his son's injuries came from serious child abuse. The hospital is cooperating with investigators and has given police hundreds of hours of surveillance video. We are both shocked and saddened by this development in the investigation and are focused on continuing to care for our patients and providing support to our colleagues. Now, medical reports show the injury was inflicted a day earlier than the Hackeys were previously told. Now, the fact that somebody has the mindset to break newborn baby bones.
That's a different type of twisted right
And
there.
the fact that, like they said too, a big part of this is before she was even arrested, she was already put on paid leave to begin with. So like they said, they already had a thought that she was doing it. But you paid this woman to sit at home and enjoy her time before she got arrested after breaking these babies' bones. These babies, just born babies, breaking their bones.
You gotta be a special type of sick to be able to inflict that type of pain on an infant.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that are, when you are in a hospital, you got your baby, you just had a baby, you're happy, you're excited. Now, when you are in that particular area of the hospital, if you have somebody who is, like he said, nice but insignificant, meaning withdrawn, they don't discuss things with you, they're just there, a red flag.
Man.
Red flag. You should be...
It's hard to tell who's touched, crazy, deranged. It's hard to tell nowadays, though. It's everybody got issues. Like, it's so much
With the fact, I don't know.
Everywhere.
Maybe it's different for, and again, this is, because men and women are different. And we've talked about this before when it comes to emotional shit like this. Personally, for me, the only justice that I see for this woman is prison time with broken legs. Out of every child, those, what, a total of 7 cases possibly? I need to have your legs re-broken 7 different times while you're in prison. Now, see, I want them to be broken and then fully healed and then re-broken again each and every time.
I think sometimes that is probably the best therapy for a criminal. Like, you steal, they chop your hand off, you rape, they chop your dick off.
I don't even call it therapy.
Yeah, that's
not therapy
that's
for
the
not
punishment.
therapy. There you go, punishment.
The punishment.
That's therapy for that family.
Yeah, that's also therapy for that. They
for that baby.
Do that shit no more. It's like, because when you're a little kid and you burn your hand on the stove.
Like they said, the first thing that a child is supposed to feel at that age is happiness, joy, stuff like that, love. Man. But the first thing this 28-week-old baby, 28, 12, 16, 20, 7-month-old baby,
oh, man.
that was in there for 7, like, that first thing, that twin, mind you. So you know that baby was smaller than an average baby.
These people.
Because it's a twin.
Yeah, I know.
You break that baby's leg.
What type? Look, I know because I'm not anywhere near there, but I'm just baffled. What type of mindset do you have to do that to an infant?
That would actually be therapeutic just for me, and I'm not even the parent.
Like, yeah, take a sledgehammer to her knees, or do the
misery. There you go. Thank you. The misery.
Yes.
The misery.
Give her the wood block.
Like that. Put the
give her the
block
wood
between
block.
Your legs and whack.
And let the family members, either view it or let one of the family members come in and be Kathy Bates.
Now, mind you, this has to be done.
Facts.
Each time. Them bones have to be healed back up. All the way healed. I mean, they're able to walk around on it too.
Yeah.
All right. And then the next person can come back in.
Was she doing that to the baby? She was breaking the baby's, like she would break the baby's arm.
Tibia.
Okay, so she break the baby's bone.
Yep.
And then the bone would heal and she would break it again?
No, she'd break the baby's bone.
And that's it?
That's it.
So she was
malicious different babies.
Yeah, see.
That's why I said that each time it needs to be re-healed, so she can re-experience each time.
Well, just break different bones. Break different bones all over her body.
Because imagine this. Think about it like this. What happens
They won't
after
heal.
every
Yeah,
time.
they won't.
You even though you let them heal, what happens every time? You have scar tissue over your bones.
Oh yeah.
And redoing it and redoing it and redoing it, you won't have any full capability. Torture. You're gonna be in pain for the rest of your life.
Some true torture.
Yeah, and that's what you deserve. Torture the rest of your life.
But.
Alright guys, thanks again for showing out and showing up with us. I'm really hoping that may have even triggered you a little bit, to be honest with you. So don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, get notified so you can let us know whenever we drop more stuff. And we'll see you next time on Mad as Hell Monday. Pieces.